technology expert Burton Kelso here with another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. Today we're talking about laptop batteries and how you can monitor and see what the health of your battery on your device is. The challenge with many laptop batteries, and I shouldn't say many because there's really only two brands of laptops out there. You've got Windows laptops and you got Macintosh laptops, but you do have a whole host of brands of Windows laptops out there, so I guess my statement is okay. But the challenge is, no matter what brand of your laptop is understanding how long of a battery life you actually have. Now, the history of batteries is that they're ion lithium batteries, and they have a short lifespan, which is usually 2 to 3 years. But the challenge is that depending on what type of battery was installed in your laptop, meaning the manufacturer, which you may not know, it depends on how long that battery can last. Now, if you're like most people who utilize laptops in a home or office environment, your laptop sits on your desk all the time and it doesn't go anywhere. So you have it plugged in and battery life really doesn't matter. But if you're a road warrior, someone who wants to work mobile, then definitely a laptop battery is of importance to you because you want to be able to utilize that battery all of the time and make your device a mobile device. So that way you're not hooked up to a power cord or to an outlet when you're out and about. The interesting thing about laptop batteries is that there's a lot of things that come into play as far as how long your battery lasts when you're out in the field. So if you're working remotely at home or if you're out and about, usually the biggest drain that is going to occur on your battery is your screen's brightness. So if you turn down the brightness on your Windows or Macintosh laptop screen, that will help make the battery last longer when you're using it. But it doesn't affect the overall life. Doesn't matter how many times you charge it or not charge it, or if you let the battery run down. There's a whole host of myths. Look at that. Myth. There we go. Did we get it? No, I keep saying myths. But anyway, there's a whole bunch of misinformation out there when it comes to batteries and battery life. But the most important thing that you can do is just really monitor the life of your battery so that you can get an idea when your battery is about to die. Other things that you have to worry about when it comes to the battery on your Windows and Macintosh laptop is battery swelling, which can ruin your laptop. Now, if a battery life starts to end, the battery itself will begin to swell, and you will notice instances of this if you can't utilize your keypad on your Windows or Macintosh laptop, or with the swelling that you notice that your laptop begins to start to get fatter. And if this happens, you need to immediately replace the battery on your laptop. Now, moving forward with this tech tip, I will have to say this tech tip will make you appreciate Macintosh laptops, MacBooks, and some MacBook Airs more, because it is really easy to find the battery life on a Mac. So a very short portion of this tech tip is showing you where to go to check the battery life on your Mac. On your Windows computer, it is hard, but there is a utility that I can share with you that will help you monitor your battery life. So with that said, let's switch screens and take a look at our Macintosh computer. Now, for the sake of computer wise, I'm on a MacBook, actually a Mac Mini, so I won't be able to actually show you battery life, but I've got screenshots to kind of let you know what to look for. So now, if you want to find your battery life on your Mac, it's pretty darn simple. You want to click on Go. Once you're under Go, you want to go to Utilities. Now, once you're under Utilities, you want to click on System Information, which is this icon right here. Once you double click on System Information, it will give you a list of all the information about your MacBook Pro or Air, depending on what you're using. Now, as you can see, I'm using a MacBook Mini for the purpose of this tech tip, and it doesn't have a battery, so that makes it impossible. But if you are on your MacBook, you can go to Power, and what it will show you is your power cycles. Now, here's the tricky part. We've got to go to our screenshot to actually show you the power cycles. So there, if you go under hardware on the MacBook, as you can see the screenshots from a MacBook Pro, if you go to power, which is here, and then go to cycle count under the health information for your battery. As you can see, there's battery information up there. It's got the serial number, all that stuff. But the cycle count is basically the life of charging and recharging your battery. And as you can see, that's very simple to find on a Mac. Going back to our screenshot, under cycle count, this Mac has 253 cycles left. So that lets you know how many charges that you can have on your cycle life. So pretty darn simple, right? Again, switching back to our Mac, it's just a matter of going to system information and then going to power and then looking at your cycles. Pretty darn simple for a Mac. Now, Windows users, it is almost impossible to find your battery life. Now, there is a key prompt or a command prompt that you can go in order to look at your battery life. And I've got to find it so that we can go to our command prompt. So what we want to do is actually, let me bring up the start menu on this Windows computer. Let me switch screens here so that you can see it. Okay, so there's the Mac again, but let's go to our system information and type in the command. Once you type in the command, it will bring up the command prompt. And the challenges with this is that, we'll let this take up the full screen. Actually, it would be better if we let the Mac run in the background and bring up our Windows command prompt. Once you get your command prompt, you can type in this command feature. So under command prompt, and the other thing that I forgot to mention too, let's go back to start menu. So if you go to start and under search, you type in command. The thing that you have to do when you get the command prompt is to right click, and you have to left click on run as administrator. You will get a screen that wants you to run, and it will pop up. Now we're back to our desktop. So what you have to type in is power and then CFG and then / battery report. Now, since there's no battery on this Dell that I'm on, it's going to give me an error message. Or actually, let's make sure that we type it right. But I've got a screenshot of that. So anyway, that gives you an idea of how you need to initially type that in, which is a challenge in itself. Now, as far as the screenshot of it, let's get to that. So we've got the correct spelling of it so that you can see how it goes. So let me switch screens. There we go. So on our command prompt, you actually want to type in power config battery report. I probably spelled something wrong, but what we'll do, it will save the battery report in an HTML file or a web viewable file on your desktop. This HTML file looks like the following screenshot. When you find the file, which is usually in the root of your C, you can double click on it and it will give you an idea about the battery, the manufacturer, the serial number, etc., etc. You can go through and it'll give you a power status over the last however many days as far as your battery is concerned. And finally, if you go to the last screen, it will show you what the estimated life of your battery is. Now, looking at this, you can see that it's pretty hard to figure out what to do as far as how much battery life you have left on your Windows computer. Well, there is actually a utility that makes using your battery life a lot easier. And let me bring it up so that you can find a quick and easy way to get access to your battery. Let me go to my downloads here, and the program is called Battery Info View, and it's by a company called Nearsoft. So let's go ahead and switch screens so you can see how that works. So there's a download of battery info view from Nearsoft. Let's go ahead and open up the program. What it'll do on your laptop after a few seconds, if you have battery life on your laptop, kind of helps if I click on the executable too, doesn't it? Let's click on battery info. Let's extract all our files. We'll extract it to the download folders. I've already done it, so let's go ahead and replace. Let's skip. And then there's our executable file for battery info. Let me maximize it. And as you can see, it gives you detailed information as far as your battery is concerned on your Windows computer, which is helpful because that's a lot easier on a Windows computer looking at battery info view from nearsoft.com as opposed to trying to download or run the battery utility from the command prompt. Many of you out there that are watching this video, you're probably not versed as far as how to use the Windows command prompt. So it's a lot easier to download a utility to monitor your battery like battery info view from nearsoft.com to check the life of your Windows computer battery. Again, it's very important for you to keep track of your battery life because you want, especially if you're mobile, you want to make sure that you have a working battery so that you don't get caught in a situation where there may not be any plugins and you have to find a power source in order to use battery. Obviously, there's coffee shops and restaurants that you can stop into, but sometimes you may be able to just want to flip open that laptop and just look at stuff rather than having to worry about if you're going to have to look for a power source to keep that battery charged. Again, as I explained earlier in this video, it's very easy to do things that will expand the life of your battery when you're out and about. But as far as knowing how long of a battery life that you will have, it's easy if you have a Macintosh computer. If you have a Windows computer, remember battery info view from nearsoft.com to check out your battery. So with that said, if you've got comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you to find out what tech tips you'd like to see in future videos, or if you've got laptop battery questions, be sure to ask because that's important. It's important to make sure that you know what the life of your battery is so it doesn't swell up and get destroyed, or it doesn't ruin the touchpad on your laptop. Also, if you want to keep track and view more tech tip videos like this one, be sure to subscribe to either my company Integral or myself, Burton Kelso, the technology expert. There are videos galore on our social media accounts and on YouTube that will help you get the most from the technology you use. So with that said, I love technology. I've read all the manuals, and I love and I'm serious about making technology fun and easy to use for everyone. So take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile.